instead. Now you're on the road. So we'll see what happens here today. But I know this, CSU is going to have to shoot the ball well for distance to have a chance.
Pacers all in blue, trimmed in red. Cougars in white, trimmed in red and blue. Go to the basket to your right as you look at the radio, the computer screen, smartphone, iHeartRadio. Follow the Cougars wherever you go on iHeartRadio. And the tap is controlled by CSU. And we are underway in the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. Go ahead and grab a lucky spot. It's postseason play. Ja'Cory Payne between the circles. Ja'Cory gets it to Marcus Dixon, flashes into the paint, layup good.
Well, instead of a three, we decide to go to the rim. Good start by Marcus Dixon.
All right, into the front court, Matthews. Matthews gets it up high to Christian Nobles. Back to Matthews. Up high, Henry Bolton the third. There's a three from the left wing, no good. And the rebound goes to Arvin Kamaj. Long pass to Ryan Burnett, runs the baseline, layup goal.
That's his game. I know he made a bunch of threes the other night. Much more effective getting to the rim. Nice play by Ryan Burnett.
So a good start for the Cougars, up 4-0. Matthews behind the arc on the left side. Matthews down in the corner. There's a wide open three, in and out, no good. They got a rebound though, and they put up a shot, no. They get a long rebound, and it's knocked away by Ja'Cory Payne. Into the front court, here's Ryan Burnett behind the arc on the right side. Get Arvin Kamaj flashing in the paint. That jump hook, no good. There's DJ to follow, no, and the rebound goes to Aiken. Pacers have had 2 3-point field goal attempts go down and come out on them. Behind the arc on the left side is Barnes. Barnes up top, driving down, kicking it back out. Shot fake, driving into the lane, kicking it up top for three, and spun out again, and the rebound goes to CSU.
Yeah, all three, front rim, back rim, and out.
There's Ryan Burnett for three, shot it long, rebound Aiken. Into the front court. So the rim has not been kind for the jump shooters so far. Up top, driving down the left side of the lane. Layup attempt is no good, and the rebound goes to Darius Joel. DJ into the front court. He drives. They cut the drive off. Outside of the arc on the right side. So he dribbles back up top. Gets it to Ryan Burnett. 4-0, Cougars on top. Early going here. Ja'Cory Payne up high. There's DJ. There's Ja'Cory driving in, dishing it off to Marcus. Layup goal.
Beautiful play by Ja'Cory. Timeout, Aiken.
So the Cougars are up 6-0, 30-second timeout. We'll hold it right here at courtside. That was an ankle-breaking drive by Corey just a moment ago, and he drove in and dished it off to Marcus.
And this is a game, to me, that Ja'Cory can thrive in. The other night, they really put the clamps down on him. He struggled for most of the game, but there will be open floor in this game. Aiken can score, but they also give up 78 a game, so I expect our guards to play well.
All right, so the quick 30-second timeout.
And you're right, Scott. Aiken has had some really good looks here early, and they've been close, but they have not scratched yet.
So Mark Vanderslice, their head coach, getting a quick 30. They get the ball into the front court, driving down the left side of the lane. Turnaround jumper is no good. There's a rebound by Marcus Dixon. Cougars want to run into the front court. Marcus at the head of the key down the left side of the lane. Dishes it off to Arvin. Good.
Well, one of your post players dribbles it all the way down, feeds another post for an easy basket. Nice play.
And it's an 8-0 start for CSU. Driving into the paint, kicking it up top. There's a shot fake, driving into the left elbow. Kicking it back up high is Barnes. Getting it down to Swishu. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by CSU.
That's really good defense by CSU. Ryan Burnett closing up that passing lane.
Robert Hill and face-on Brock check into the game for the Pacers. Baseline is Henry Bolton. He gets it over up top, head of the key. There's Nobles. Nobles gets it back to Bolton, drives into the paint, kicks it up top. There's another three. This one spun out, and the rebound goes to Marcus Dixon. All of their three-pointers have been just about the same effect.
Yes, they have. You wonder if they raised that rim a half an inch.
There's a pass from Arvin to Marcus Dixon, cutting to the basket. Good, and he's fouled. Count the bucket.
Well, if you could have scripted a start, this would be it. CSU has scored the first 10 points of this basketball game.
And the foul is on Bolton. And Marcus goes to the line to try to complete the three-point play, and he does not. The rebound goes to the Pacers. They're over in the early going. They've had shot after shot rim out on them. Behind the arc on the left side is Nobles. He drives in, loses it. Jacory picks it up. Jacory bounce pass to Ryan Burnett. Lost it on the way up, and Aiken comes away with it. They get it back, a drive, a spin in the paint off the glass. They missed it, but the follow is put back up and in by Hill, and it's 10-2.
Yeah, Christian Nobles having a really tough time getting the ball going in the basket that time, but Aiken now on the board.
Head of the key, Jacory Payne, Ryan Burnett behind the arc on the left side. Back to Jacory for three, yes!
And there's the rule I was talking about for Jacory. Poor defense by Aiken, and if you leave Jacory alone, he will make you pay.
13-2, CSU on top. Head of the key is Bolton. Bolton down the middle of the lane. Shot is up, no, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot two when we come back from the media timeout. 15:37, the Cougars off to a great start in the first half, leading at 13-2. Flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
I'm here with Jake Asselman, General Manager of Budget Car and Truck Sales. Jake, the word is out. People are...
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
Station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540 WGAK.
All right, so a terrible shooting start for the Pacers, 13-2 CSU on top.
And the terrible shooting start, they've been good shots, and they've been awfully close to going in.
And the free throw by Bolton is good.
Yeah, Bolton, another one of those Division I transfers. He came in from Utah State.
And the second one is no good, and Ryan Burnett grabbed the rebound. 1 for 9 from the floor is the start the Pacers are off to. 13-3 is CSU. Head of the key, Darius Jold on the right side of the lane, put the shot up. No, it fell off the rim, and the rebound goes to Aiken. Into the front court, Christian Nobles. He pulls up in the key and drains it.
Well, finally, they get a perimeter shot to go, and with Aiken, a high-scoring team, no lead is safe.
Didn't use the rim that time, nothing but net. Maybe that's their secret, huh, the rest of the way?
Well, you're right. Everyone that's hit the rim has clanged off.
13-5, Arbin gets it to Marcus Dixon, dribbled it off his foot, ball's on the floor. Aiken comes away with it. Into the front court is Nobles. Nobles gets it down into the paint. Shot is blocked by Arbin and recovered by Arbin.
Boy, great defense by Arbin Kamaj at a height disadvantage, but used the long arms. Nice block.
Blocked Robert Hill's shot down on the post. Ryan Burnett behind the arc on the left side. A drive and drew the foul, missed the shot. Will go to the line to shoot two.
And Ryan Burnett, very good at getting to the basket and drew the foul that time. I think that was an anomaly the other night, Scott, when he made all those threes. We both were, I guess, a little excited, a little shocked, but he is much better when he goes to the basket.
5 3-point field goals, and I'm pretty sure we don't win that ball game unless he did that.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, he just caught fire, and everything he threw up there went in.
All right, free throw no good. We get some players into the game here. John Lambert checks in. Jamal McKee is also in. And Vic Ellis waiting at the scores table for Ryan, and the free throw is good. It's always a little ironic in basketball, isn't it? You're sitting there, you make a free throw, and you're out of the game. You miss a free throw, and you stay in the game when you got that sub waiting on you.
Well, I guess if you miss it, you're coming out pretty soon anyway. So. And then you get yelled at when you go to the bench.
Well, there is that. You didn't miss any free throws. How would you know?
That's true.
Driving in from the wing, a whistle, and a foul on CSU.
It's the patented John Lambert move. Got the old palms up in the air. What did I do? That was a clear blocking foul.
14-5, CSU. Get the ball in up top at the head of the key to Nobles. They kick it for a wide open three. Miss it from the left wing. Backside rebounding foul on CSU.
Going to get Vic Ellis there, and Vic's a small guy trying to box out one of Aiken's post guys, just at a major size disadvantage. Had to push there.
They miss another three. On the baseline, they kick it down into the corner, take a three from the corner, miss another one. Backside rebound, Arvin Kamaj gets it off to Vic Ellis. 14-5, Cougars on top, 13:55 to play in the first half. Behind the arc on the right side, up top, head of the key, Jamal gets it down in the corner. Vic for three, yes sir!
It just doesn't get any better than that. 4 passes, the ball never touched the floor, and bang from the corner, Vic Ellis.
Behind the arc on the right side, they'll throw up a three and miss it again, and a rebounding foul called on CSU.
Well, Aiken clearly the bigger team, and they're throwing up those threes, and that results in long rebounds. CSU not able to come up with it.
Foul was on Jacory, and they'll throw it in to the backcourt. 13:29 to play in the half, 17-5. Cougars on top. Ballinger, Bolton. One thing you know, they're going to keep firing them up there, driving into the paint, and a fingertip roll good.
Yes, they will. They are going to keep shooting. I mentioned they come in averaging 83 a game, and a nice drive that time by Nobles.
17-7 CSU. Jamal McKee head of the key. There's Arvin Kamaj, post up, gets it back to Jamal, up top for three. No. Rebound Pacers. Into the front court in a hurry. A drive, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by CSU out of the hands of Bolton. There's Michael Graham checking in, and Darius Joel back in for CSU. Jacory and Arvin go out. Michael Graham, the freshman, he's been impressive down the stretch, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has. Once Tone Bishop exited, Michael Graham had to step up. He's done a really good job.
He really had a great stretch in the second half last Saturday at North Georgia in a game we had to win, and he was a big reason for that. There's in the corner, and we wanted it up and down, didn't get the call. Get it into the paint, a short jumper, no. Rebound, Michael Graham.
Boy, Aiken really struggling shooting the ball.
And into the front court is DJ. As it turned out, if we hadn't won that game Saturday, we wouldn't be in the tournament. Jamal McKee behind the arc on the left side. Same goes for the Wednesday night game. So really had 2 play-in games in essence to get in here.
Yeah, one more here today.
Free throw line, DJ, no. Rebound goes to Aiken. Into the front court. And they fire a pass out of bounds. Not a bad pass at all. I don't know if Bolton just didn't see it too late. It almost hit him in the head.
Well, it had some speed on it, and one of the cheerleaders got nailed with that pass.
Not sure it would have gotten wet going through a car wash.
Yeah, he had some pace on that one, no doubt.
A whistle and a foul on Ballinger. And media timeout. 17-7 Cougars on top. 11:53 to play in the first half. This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
The CSU Cougars
Choosing the right college can be a challenge. Does it offer degrees suited to your career goals? Are emerging fields of study more your interest, like cybersecurity, gaming, or environmental science? What about extracurricular activities, such as campus life, study abroad, or honors? Are scholarships and financial assistance available? Columbus State University has always been one of the most affordable colleges in Georgia. Now it's also one of the fastest growing. When you ask the right questions, you'll find out why CSU should be your first choice.
Station of the CSU Sports Network. News Radio 540 WDAJ.
Cougars up 17-7, 11:53 to play in the half.
Yeah, story of this game so far, Aiken 3 of 17, 0 of 8 from three-point range.
My goodness. All right, John Lambert right next to their bench on the left sideline, gets it in to Vic Ellis. Michael Graham way up top. Back to John, play instructions from Coach Robert Moore. Lambert picks up the dribble, needs some help, gets it to Ellis behind the arc on the right side. Up top, Jamal McKee. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Off of McKee's hands to Vic at the head of the key for three. Good again.
They bailed us out right there. Nothing going on in that possession. Vic fires one up from about 25 and drained it. Nice play, Vic.
20-7. We've got three long ones here this afternoon. Up top is Ballinger. Ballinger gets it over to Bolton. Bolton up high to Milinkovic. Bolton on the baseline, threw it away. Another turnover. And into the front court. John Lambert behind the arc on the left side. Jamal McKee. Vic Ellis up high. DJ. Vic for three again. This one's long, but a long rebound. John Lambert, and he'll pull it out and start it over.
Yeah, Vic maybe just a step out of his range, but fortunate to get a long rebound.
John Lambert, bounce pass to Michael Graham. What a move, but then his shot is blocked by Robert Hill.
A great spin move, just a better play by Robert Hill.
And Ballinger, get it on the wing for three. In and out, no good. Rebound goes to CSU again, 0 for 9. It went down and came out.
Incredible.
Well, into the front court. Darius Joel. Marcus Dixon waits at the scorer's table, by the way. John Lambert, DJ. Up top, Jamal McKee to Michael Graham. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Vic way out, up high, gets it to Lambert, 4 seconds. John driving in, scoops it up, and doesn't draw iron, and a shot clock violation.
And that really, in the last couple possessions, we're just not doing anything. We're not getting any movement, passing the ball around the perimeter. On one of the possessions, Vic bailed us out, but need to get the ball moving side to side, maybe get a post touch. And we really need to build on this lead. As bad as Aiken's playing, they're still within 13 points.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. We really need to stretch this out because they're going to start making shots sooner or later, you think anyway. Driving into the paint, up top, head of the key for three. Not this time, though. They get a rebound. Hill is fouled on the rebound.
Well, Robert Hill goes 6'10", and he used his height and his length to get that offensive rebound.
9:30 to play in the first half, 20-7. They said the foul was on the floor. And they kick it out on the wing to Barnes. He had an open three, but didn't pull the trigger. Behind the arc on the right side is Ballinger. Nobles on the arc, drives into the paint, and a floater is good.
Well, you can't get a three to go. You need to get the ball into the paint, and Nobles did just that. Nice floater.
20-9 Cougars. Vic Ellis drives. They cut the drive off. There's Jacory, and he's fouled on the drive. by Barnes.
Yeah, much better movement there. Getting Jacory going baseline that time. They could not cut the drive off.
Arvin back in, Michael Graham out. Jacory, the trigger man on the baseline to the right of the basket. Gets it into Marcus Dixon. Arvin up top. Marcus Boyd behind the arc on the left side. Pass is through the hands of Jacory. Turnover into the front court, and they throw a bad pass. It's loose on the floor. Bodies dive down there. Held ball. The arrow belongs to the Pacers. With 8:48 left in the first half, Cougars up 20-9.
It's pretty incredible, Scott. You know, up at Aiken, they scored 106 against us. We're over halfway through the first half, just 9 points.
Those shots they've been missing, they didn't miss them that day.
Yeah, in their own building, going the road sometimes, it's tough.
Barnes at the head of the key, kicks it over to Nobles, puts it on the floor, up top, gets it to Matthews. Matthews over to Barnes. There's a three up top. Good, finally. Nobles hit one.
Yeah, their first three-point basket of the game at the 8:26 mark, and they cut the lead to 8.
8:21 to play here in the first half. Marcus Dixon driving from the wing, kicks it to Jacory. They stop the drive. Get Marcus Boyd, shot fake, drives in the lane and throws it away. Here come the Pacers into the front court, and it's knocked away from behind by Marcus Dixon. Turnover. Gets it to Jacory. Layup good.
That's just great hustle that time by Marcus Dixon, creating an easy basket for his teammates. So a little offense off defense. Nice.
That was a huge 4-point swing right there early in this game.
Yes, it was.
Into the paint, and they throw it away again. A pass right through the hands of Barnes. And a media timeout, 7:44 to play in the first half. The Cougars up 22-12. Flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
Think of the NCAA as a spirit squad, cheering for student athletes at every big event and every small one. We'd be there in the classroom, at graduation, at their first job interview. Okay, so don't think of us as a spirit squad. Think of us as a mascot. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network. News Radio 540 WDAK.
22-12, Cougars on top.
Yeah, Marcus Dixon and Vic Ellis leading the way for CSU. Both have 6 points.
Pacers 1 of 11 from behind the three-point mark. All right, here's Marcus Boyd, head of the key. Jacory, Ryan Burnett down in the right corner, feeds it to Arvin, mid-post. Kicks it back to Ryan, to Jacory. 13 on the shot clock. Jacory had it knocked away, got it back at the head of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Getting it to Marcus, driving in. And a reverse layup, good. What a move by Marcus Dixon.
Showing off his athleticism right there. A little scoop layup. Used the rim as protection. Great play.
24-12, Cougars. Up top is Grimes. He gets it back. Kicks it down into the corner for 3, short. Rebound, Marcus Dixon. Marcus into the front court to Arvin Kamaz. His pass on the wing is knocked out of bounds by Aiken.
Yeah, Arvin catching that ball on the run, had a couple choices. Had Marcus Boyd open in the corner, chose to look for Jacory and just could not quite get the ball to him.
24-12. Cougars on top. Marcus Dixon, trigger man, getting it into Arvin inside the free throw line. Back to Marcus, who's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I know you love the post-to-post passing, and Arbin with another good look to his buddy Marcus Dixon. And would have liked to see him finish that play. We both know he struggles a bit at the line. I'll tell you what, Marcus Dixon playing a heck of a game here in the first half.
The free throw is up and no good long. He's 0 for 2 at the line this afternoon. The winner advances to the Peach Belt semifinals on Saturday in Greenwood, South Carolina. The second free throw, no good, missed them both. So Marcus 0 for 3 at the line. Front court is Nobles. Nobles to Barnes. Barnes over to Matthews. Nobles, right wing, drives into the paint, kicks it for 3. Good. Barnes.
And you mentioned it, Scott. They are eventually going to start making some shots. And if they're looking up at the scoreboard, only down 9.
6:18 to play in the first half. Ja'Cory, free throw line jumper, good.
Nice. Just an individual one-on-one play. He beat his man and drained the jumper.
26 to 15. Head of the key, Matthews. Nobles a shot fake. Barnes up top. Nobles gets it to Matthews at the right elbow. He dribbles out. And Ryan Burnett stepped in front of the pass and stole it. Ryan is all alone, and he lays it up and in.
Good defense, Ryan Burnett. As you said, got in that passing lane, a little careless pass, and got himself an easy deuce.
28-15 Cougars, 5:39 to play in the first half. Christian Nobles off of the screen. Gets it into Barnes, a drive. The shot is up. No, they're going to call a travel before the shot attempt.
Bit of a break there for CSU. I was expecting a foul on Ja'Cory.
Instead, the travel on Barnes.
And this is a time in the game where you need good possessions. Really need to stretch this thing out. Give ourselves a cushion.
Ja'Cory into the front court. Arbin Kamaj, Marcus Dixon. Ja'Cory back to Arbin off the glass. Missed it, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Bolton, head of the key. Bolton kicks it back on the wing to Barnes. A 3, no good from the corner. Backside rebound, Matthews. He's doubled, but he puts it up and in.
Well, you get the miss, you have to get the rebound. And Mark Matthews with a great effort between 2 CSU defenders.
28-17, Cougars, 4:52 to play in the half. Ja'Cory for 3, good from the right way.
Well, I tell you what, Scott, he shook up Jalen Barnes right there. A little one-on-one move, and another 3 for Ja'Cory. 10 points for him.
31-17 CSU, 4:35. Bolton dishes it off to Grimes, who laid it up and in.
They really have to credit Bolton there. He created the play, beating Marcus Boyd off the dribble, and that was way too easy.
31-19 Cougars. Ja'Cory up top, Marcus Boyd. Ryan Burnett way behind the left arc, and a travel on Ryan. And with 4:14 to go, the Pacers will get the ball back. Jamal McKee and John Lambert checking in. Marcus Boyd going out, and Ryan Burnett going out.
Well, and Jalen Barnes and Mark Matthews for Aiken both come in averaging just at 16, and one of them has 2 and the other 3, so you would expect them at some point to get going.
Christian Nobles to Bolton. Bolton spinning into the paint. The floater is good.
Yeah, he just took Ja'Cory one-on-one that time, and Ja'Cory had no answer.
10-point Cougar lead, 3:56 to go. One more media timeout here in the half. John Lambert gets it to Ja'Cory behind the left arc. There's Arbin, high post, gets it to Marcus on the baseline. Back to Ja'Cory, to Arbin, drives, good dish to McKee. John Lambert, 8 on the shot clock. McKee in the paint and a charge.
A lot of passing, but we end up with a poor shot and a clear charge on Jamal McKee. And, you know, I mentioned stretching it out, and we're fixing to go to a break here.
All right, let's take the media timeout break. 31-21 Cougars, flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
I'm Nick Lefty. A select course. lane, under the lights, or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
A lot of close games all year, and you just get the feeling that if we can't stretch this lead out, it's going to come down to the last few minutes.
Yeah, they're 9 of 27 from the floor, 2 of 14 from behind the three-point arc, and yet they trail just by 10. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Head of the key, they kick it back to Nobles. He puts it on the floor. Down in the left corner, there's Grimes driving into the paint, and travel before the foul committed.
It's a really good call by the official. He got Arbin up in the air, but took 3 steps to do it.
All right. 10-point Cougar lead. Into the front court, Ja'Cory Payne behind the arc on the left side. Jamal McKee up high. John Lambert gives it back to Ja'Cory. Jamal McKee. Jamal driving in, off the glass, good.
Wow, nice use of the body that time. Gliding through the paint and finishing the play.
33-21, CSU. Matthews up high. Bolton at the head of the key. Grimes in the paint. Dishes it off to Barnes, can't shoot. Gets it to Matthews behind the arc. Up top, Bolton puts it on the floor. In some trouble, kicks it out to Matthews for 3. Good.
He's going to wake up at some point. CSU played 20 seconds of good defense, but Mark Matthews found a wide open 3, and he nailed it.
33-24. They just keep firing the three-pointers up there. Cougars on top, though. Good pass from Arbin to Marcus Dixon. Laid it up and in.
He's, for a big man, he is so good at that. And Marcus Dixon, good cut, and he was rewarded.
35-24. The senior from Detroit, Michigan, Arbin Kamaj with a beautiful assist. Matthews behind the arc on the right side with 2 minutes left in the half. Bolton for 3, no good. Rebound goes to Marcus Dixon. Into the front court, Marcus dishes it out to John Lambert for 3, no good. Backside rebound, Arbin off the glass, good.
And Arbin just in the right place at the right time, kept the ball high, and we have ourselves a 13-point lead.
Down in the left corner, Bolton lost the handle on it. It's on the floor. He saved it. Oh, and they get Arbin on a foul. Arbin not happy about it, but he walks away.
Yeah, that's really a tough call. It was a foul, but Arbin trying to hustle after the basketball and reached in that time.
17 fouls, so a 1-and-1 here for Bolton.
And it's always so important for Arbin to stay out of foul trouble, and today he's done a nice job, just the first on him.
Henry Bolton III at the line, and the first one is good. 37-25. And this one is also 30-second timeout called by Coach Robert Moore. We'll hold it right here. That's the use it or lose it 30-second timeout. 37-26.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Moore. Get his guys in the huddle and try to close this half out on a good note. The other night when we played Southwestern, they really dominated the first half, and we closed the half strong, cut it to 4, and really dominated the second half. So very important for CSU to close out the first 20 minutes in a good fashion.
Got off to a good start. and certainly aided by the Pacers' horrible shooting afternoon so far in this first half. But as we've said and as they've demonstrated, they're going to keep firing up the threes. And you just got to hope that, they're going to have a run at some point. With that, you got to hope you got a big enough lead to hold it off.
Well, you're right, 11 points. I mean, that's basically three possessions. So lead can go away quickly.
Jacory at the head of the key. There's Jamal McKee, left wing, driving in, dishes it out to wide open John Lambert for three. No. Jamal McKee with a rebound, though, and out to Jacory, and will run some more clock. 1:13 to play in the half, 37-26 Cougars. Arbin, mid-post right side. Great pass to Dixon on the left wing. Back to Arbin, off the glass, good. How about that post-to-post pass?
Well, those two guys are just playing so well together, and that time Arbin on the scoring end.
Matthews had the ball knocked away and out of bounds, and Matthews touched it last as Marcus Dixon knocked it away from him.
That's really good defense by Marcus Dixon. Got up into Mark Matthews, bothered him just enough, and turnover Aiken.
Well, you see, while we were sweating and working as hard as we could to get a first-round tournament home game, you see how different this team is at home. A drive, Jacory, a runner on the baseline with a floater, no, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Into the front court, here they come with 38 seconds. They leave it out to Bolton at the head of the key for three, good.
And there's one of those threes, and pulls them right back to within 10.
With 26 seconds. Shot clock and the game clock in virtual sync. 18 seconds. Just a fraction more than that on the game clock, so I'll just give you the shot clock. We clear the floor for Jacory with 8 seconds. Up top, Lambert, 6 seconds. Arbin, free throw line jumper, good with 2 seconds. And they'll get a long one off that is no good. And the Cougars will go to the locker room at the half with a 41-29 lead. How about that turnaround jumper by Arbin Kamaj at the free throw line?
I'm telling you, Scott, you just don't know how hard that shot is, but he is so good at that. Just turned, got a quick look, and a great finish to the first half for CSU.
All right, 41-29, Cougars on top. We'll come back with the halftime report. This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
Well, if they lose today, they are likely out of any consideration for the NCAA tournament. So the biggest 20 minutes of the year is right in front of us.
I want to take this time to say congratulations to Columbus State baseball coach Greg Appleton. The Cougars beat Georgia Southwestern last night, and it was this number 700 wins for Coach Greg Appleton in his career. That is an astounding number.
That guy can coach. That guy, he is amazing what he's done here at CSU.
Indeed he is, and they picked up win number 701 for him this afternoon, 10-5 over Southwestern. Game on. Here's Marcus Dixon driving back, put it up, no, but Auburn fighting for a rebound, and a held ball is called, and the arrow belongs to the Pacers.
Man, what a nice drive by Marcus Dixon. I was really surprised that ball didn't go in, and Auburn hustling to create the jump ball.
Well, we tried to start the second half like we started the first half, taking the ball to the hoop. Up top is Bolton. Nobles, Matthews between the circles. Henry Bolton III spinning outside of the lane, kicks it down into the corner. There's Barnes, pulls inside of the arc for two. Auburn fighting for a rebound. And knocked out of bounds by the Pacers.
Well, more good hustle from Auburn Kamajian. How about Jalen Barnes? He's now 1 of 6, and he came into this game averaging almost 16 points a game, been very, very quiet.
All right, Jacory in the backcourt. Barnes is guarding him. Jacory into the front court. Ryan Burnett right in front of us. Auburn at the head of the key. There's DJ, right wing. Back up top, DJ driving, and an offensive foul called on DJ. They got him for a push-off.
Yeah, extended that arm. I'm not sure DJ is strong enough to make that play, but the ref right in front of it made the call. 3 fouls DJ, and he will have a seat.
He's saying that maybe on this Academy Awards weekend there might have been.
I wouldn't even say might have been. That was a flop, and it worked.
Driving in is Nobles. He kicks it out to Barnes. Back to Nobles in the corner for 3. Short. Followed. He got his own rebound. He lost the handle on the way back up. Out of bounds, belongs to CSU.
Well, and speaking of starting the half the same way they did in the first half, that's Aiken. They can't make a shot here in the first couple minutes.
Well, so far it's proven that it wasn't the rim on this end down here. John Lambert pulls a 3 and misses it from the left wing, and there's a rebound by the Pacers.
That's a poor possession there.
Swishu with that rebound. Nobles leaves it for Barnes. Barnes fadeaway inside the free throw line. Missed that. Swishu with a rebound. Matthews for 3. They missed that. They get a long rebound. Nobles on the left arc.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Grab a board.
Nobles driving in and drew the foul on the drive on the baseline in the paint. The foul on Ryan Burnett. And on the baseline is Nobles getting it into Matthews. Back to Nobles up top. Barnes. Bolton. Nobles spins it to Barnes. Left corner for 3. Shot it long. Backside rebound Ryan Burnett to Jacory Payne. Jacory off of a screen. Gets it back to Arbin. It's tipped. Goes to Arbin anyway. Baseline, he threw a bad pass right into the hands of Barnes. Barnes pulls up, dishes it off to Bolton, who lays it up and in.
That's beautiful play. A poor pass by Arbin leading to transition for Aiken, lead down to 10.
Took 2.5 minutes for either team to score. Coach Moore calls a 30-second timeout. It'll turn into a full timeout, the first team timeout of the second half. We'll take it. This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
In blind taste test, consumers are asked to choose which cola taste they prefer.
I usually drink Coke, but Pepsi was way better. You can tell the difference.
I was a little bit surprised that Pepsi's sweeter.
Pepsi is right on the money.
Nationwide, more people prefer the taste of Pepsi versus Coke where they have a preference.
I'm a Coke drinker, and I took the Pepsi challenge, and I like Pepsi. I'll give Pepsi a shot.
Let your taste decide. Pepsi.
a Southern original. The Cougar Club is an annual giving program for CSU athletics and has been the driving force behind our success. The Cougar Club provides talented student athletes the opportunity to receive a quality education from Columbus State while adding to the university's tradition of excellence. Our dependence on private support through the Cougar Club is truly the critical margin of excellence in our athletics program. For more information on how you can join the Cougar Club, call 706-568-2204 or go to CSUCougars.com.
This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network. News Radio 540 WDAK.
Well, despite the horrible shooting afternoon for the Pacers, they only trail by 10 with still 17:35 to play.
Well, they're 1 of 6 in the second half, and they've made up a bucket here. And Robert Moore saw something he did not like and got a quick timeout.
All right, John Lambert will try to get the ball in on the sideline, and he does to Jacory in the back court, the junior out of Dublin, Georgia, head of the key, and we've got a moving screen on Marcus Dixon.
And Marcus Dixon just bumping Jalen Barnes to the ground, and an easy call for the official.
Well, Matthews into the front court. Matthews to Barnes. Nobles at the head of the key. Bolton gets it to Matthews, kicks it out. There's Barnes, he drives, kicks it back to Nobles. Matthews, a wide open three, no, head of the key. They get a long rebound though. They tap a rebound out on the wing. Bolton, Nobles for three, no, rebound, tap to the hands of Barnes. He puts up a short jumper in the lane, no good, rebound CSU.
Well, and the Aiken fans have to be going, what is going on here? They are getting all kinds of good looks and can't make anything.
Second and third chances not going down even for him here early in the second half. Jacory pulls a three and spins out on him, and the rebound goes to Matthews.
Yeah, that's a good shot, though. That's the one we want.
Bolton behind the arc on the right side. Bolton up top to Nobles. Nobles to Matthews. Behind the arc on the right side, puts it on the floor. Arvin Kamaj blocked the shot out of bounds.
And that was a nice play by Arvin coming over to help Marcus Dixon there, and he met Matthews at the rim and said, no, sir.
12 on the shot clock. Bolton, baseline to the right of the basket. Having some trouble now. He'll toss it in to Nobles. 10 on the shot clock. Nobles, a pull-up three, good at the head of the key.
Well, not much you can do about that. I mean, John Lambert had his hand up, stood his ground, and just a nice shot that time for Aiken.
And don't look now, but the Pacers are within 7 with 16 minutes to go. We need a bucket. Jacory to Arvin. Arvin kicks it to Ryan Burnett for three. No, backside rebound. Pacers starting to get a bad feeling here. Nobles at the head of the key. Leaves it for Barnes. Shot fake. Drives in the lane. It's stripped out of his hands and out of bounds. Still belongs to the Pacers.
Well, lucky we didn't get called for a foul there.
And a media timeout. 15:45 to play. 41-34 Columbus State. Flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
Columbus State fans, you now have...
Think of the NCAA as a marching band. We wouldn't stop with halftime. We'd be full-time, celebrating student athletes in everything they do. Okay. So don't think of us as a marching band. Think of us as a spirit squad. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network. News Radio 540 WDAK.
41-34 Cougars, 15:45 to play.
Yeah, CSU with 0 points and rebounding has become a problem. Aiken leads 29-20 in that category.
In the second half, we're 0 for 4. They're 2 for 11. They got 7 more shots than we do.
Yep, all the offensive rebounds.
Matthews behind the arc on the right side. They spin it around to Bolton. Bolton to Nobles, way out on the wing. Puts it on the floor. Throws it back out to Barnes. 2 seconds, gets the shot up, misses it. And the rebound goes to Arbin Kamaj. And a long, great pass to John Lambert. Layup good.
Boy, what a pass by Arbin. He hit him on the run. John Lambert with the layup.
And an offensive foul on the Pacers.
Well, and right there, Scott, that's consistency from the officials. They got DJ on the same call, and they catch Aiken that time. Good call by Mr. Referee.
Bolton's second foul. So we finally got our first bucket of the half just about 5 minutes into the half.
And it took a perfect pass in transition from Arbin to get that bucket.
All right, here's DJ between the circles. Jacory behind the arc on the left side. Arbin mid-post, left side, spins, turns around, shoots and scores. Arbin Kamaj.
Man, that was tough. He did not go to his left, had to turn back to his right, made a fadeaway. Beautiful.
45-34, CSU. 14-39. Here's Bolton down the right side of the lane, high off the glass, spun around the rim and dropped in.
Well, he's been their best player all day. That's 14 points for Bolton now.
45-36 Cougars. It was a 12-point lead at the half. We led by 14 in the first half. Arbin up top, Marcus Dixon, Jacory Payne, pass to Arbin, fumbled it, got it back, puts it on the floor, fade away, shoots and scores a long 2. Are you kidding me?
That's incredible. Just a great shot by Arbin, reminiscent of the one late in the half.
47-36, there's Bolton for 3, no good, backside rebound, Matthews. Arbin blocked the shot into the hands of Darius Joel. DJ's got Jacory on the wing, a pull-up 3, yes, yes, yes. Timeout, Aiken. 50-36, Columbus State. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. It will be they're still waiting to find out from the Aiken coach. I'm assuming it's going to be, but they are sitting down. Well, this late is going to be too late anyway, so we'll just keep it right here at courtside. But what a sequence there by Arbin Kamaj to get that all going.
In that sequence, he had an assist, which was unbelievable. He had a block, which was unbelievable. He had a turnaround jumper, which was incredible. Then we get out in transition. DJ finds his backcourt buddy, Jacory Payne, and he makes a 3. So a great sequence for CSU there. I said, Arbin's out of his mind, Scott. He's unbelievable.
The senior from Detroit, Michigan. What a solid year it has been. And the voting was done for the all-conference teams yesterday. And if he's not on one of those teams, it'll be highway robbery. What a year he's had. Up top at the head of the key, there's Bolton down the middle of the lane. He dishes it off to Hill. He spins, and a whistle and a foul on Arbin that time.
And the referee telling Coach Moore he got him on the arm. Coach Moore did not like that call one bit, but only the second foul on Arbin. And Scott mentioned the all-conference team. If Arbin would have stayed out of foul trouble this year, he might have made the first team.
Yeah. Free throw by Hill, line drive, free throw good. 50-37, lead is 13. We had slipped it back up to 14, matching the biggest lead of the day after they had cut it to 7. And Hill's second free throw is long, and the rebound tapped around into the hands of the Pacers. Man, they're getting every offensive rebound, aren't they?
They really hurt us here in the second half on the offensive glass.
All right, up top, Bolton. Bolton driving in, takes it deep, kicks it out to Nobles, pulls in for a long 2 and makes it.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Nobles. Used the shot fake, got his feet set, and popped it.
50-39 Cougars. Marcus Dixon into the front court. Darius Joel dishes it over to Vic Ellis, an open three, drained it, good!
Yep, that's my guy right there. That was money. Beautiful rotation, and it touched nothing but net.
The Columbus, Georgia native with another long one. There's Bolton for three. He misses that one, and there's Vic Ellis with a rebound. Why not, Vic?
Yeah, always nice to see a three-point shooter going there high to get a rebound.
Into the front court. Jacory, head of the key, to the elbow, leaves it for Marcus, driving down the right side, and a charge.
Yeah, it was kind of a scramble situation there. We never really got set up in our offense, and that is not Marcus Dixon's game, driving through the lane.
Second foul on Marcus. 53-39, the 14-point lead is back. Pacers with the ball. They try to roll it up to save some time, and DJ puts a stop to that. Behind the arc on the right side, Nobles up top. Nobles gets it over to Ballinger. 17 on the shot clock. Grimes out on the right wing. Grimes driving in and out of control, gets it on the wing, it's loose on the floor, goes out of bounds. Oh, touch last by the Cougars, says the official.
And I thought DJ should have come up with that ball. He kind of pulled up that time, not going after that ball as hard as he could have.
6 seconds on the shot clock. They've got the ball halfway up on the sideline, and they get it into Nobles. He drives into the paint. Tries to draw a foul, doesn't, gets it, throws it up. No, it hit the rim. Hill got it back. He missed the shot. It's loose on the floor, knocked out of bounds, and belongs to the Pacers again. My goodness.
And the referee saying that ball went off of Arvin's leg that time. Very close.
And that'll get us to a media timeout. 11:55 to play in the game. 53-39. Cougars on top. Flagship station of the CSU Sports Network. News Radio 540.
The CSU Cougars. News Radio 540 WDAJ.
53-39 Cougars, 11:55 to play.
And the only problem in this second half, Scott, Aiken has 12 offensive rebounds in this half, 19 in the game.
And a lot of them are on just tips and tap outs.
Yeah, they do have the size, but we have to get after it a little bit better on the glass.
They get the ball to Ballinger. Ballinger inside of the arc. Nobles out behind the arc on the left wing. Up top to Ballinger, 15 on the shot clock. Ballinger to Nobles, shot fake, drives in, scoops, blocked out of bounds by Arvin Kamaz. Arvin said, I'm not going to have any of that nonsense down here.
His 4th block of the day. I mean, he's having a heck of a game.
Baseline, get it into the corner, and Hill, and a whistle and a foul on CSU as we, Jacory Payne. 16 foul. Aiken's been whistled for 1 in this half, so Pacers will shoot the bonus the rest of the way. 11:36 to play, 53-39 Columbus State. Cougars have led all the way. The Pacers have made a couple of runs at us. Nobles behind the arc on the left side. Up top to Ballinger. And pass on the wing. DJ got a hand on it, but Ballinger gets it, pulls up, takes a three, misses it badly, and Jacory saves it and gets it to Arvin Kamaz. I better see if there's a chip out of the backboard after that.
Yeah, that was an ugly looking shot.
Jacory head of the key, down the middle of the lane, off the glass, no, but he drew the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that is a bailout whistle right there. Jacory going nowhere, and the ref was quite kind with his whistle.
Foul was on Hill.
And the ref's talking to the players a little bit. Aiken's players did not agree with that call, and he's calming everything down.
Let's go, Marcus. We got you, baby.
Jacory. Free throw is good. First point of the second half for Jacory.
He's got 14 now. And speaking of all conference teams, I would certainly expect his name to be on the first team.
Indeed.
And he deserves it too. Heck of a year for Jacory.
Marcus Dixon should make one of the teams.
Second in rebounding. A little disappointed that he did not win the rebounding title, but when you're only 6'4" and you average 10.9, that's pretty good.
And the second one is good, 55-39. So that is our biggest lead of the afternoon with 10:52 to play. Bolton drives, dishes it on the wing. Jacory got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. So the Pacers and Barnes will be the trigger man near the corner. And DJ knocked the ball away out of bounds. Almost came up with a steal right toward us.
Yeah, that was so close to being a run out. It was also close to hitting David in the head as well.
I think he was ready. He had the good reflexes over there. It's y'all's job. You're surrounding me is to protect me.
Protect the talent, no doubt about it.
Barnes at the head of the key. 2 seconds on the shot clock. A three for Nobles, no good, and Marcus Dixon grabs a rebound. DJ into the front court. 10:20 to play. Jacory behind the arc, 55-39, Columbus State. These guys beat us by 20 at their place on January the 7th. They made all kind of shots that day. They're making very few today. Vic Ellis, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ball knocked. 4 seconds in the shot clock. DJ head of the key for three. No. And out of bounds belongs to the Pacers.
I was really surprised there. DJ had got a really good look in a situation where we had to get the ball up on the rim, just didn't get it to go. Yeah, basketball, crazy game, Scott, you know. I mean, they come in averaging 83, and they just cannot make a shot today.
Into the front court. Matthews head of the key. Bolton inside of the arc. Down in the corner, Barnes for three. He made that one. 55-42.
Yeah, Jalen Barnes saying, finally.
His second long one of the day, one in each half at this point. Vic Ellis, Arvin Kamaj, head of the key. Darius Joel, Jacory behind the arc on the right side. Jacory kicks it to Vic. Open three in the corner. Good again.
The money ball from Vic, his fourth three-pointer of the day, 12 points.
58-42. Have a day, Vic Ellis. Ball knocked out of bounds. Touch last by the Pacers.
I've said it all year. The kid can really, really shoot the basketball. When he gets his feet set and lets it go in rhythm, he is an unbelievable shooter.
He's a junior from here in Columbus. So the lead is 16 again. 9:04. John Lambert gets it into DJ into the front court. DJ kicks it over to Vic. Steps back for a three. In and out. No good. Marcus Dixon with a rebound, and he'll bring it back out. Gets it to Arbin mid-post. Gives it back to Marcus. There's DJ for three. Spun out. No good. And a rebounding foul on Aiken.
Going to get Mark Matthews on the reach, on the grab that time. And had two really good looks. Vic had a look, and then DJ was wide open and couldn't convert.
All right, Vic baseline to the left of the basket, gets it to Arvin, to John Lambert up top. There's Vic. He's on the arc this time, takes it and misses it. Backside rebound goes to Aiken. Robert Hill got the rebound. Bolton into the front court all the way. High off the glass, missed that. Hill missed the putback. Bolton gets the rebound, kicks it back to Barnes for three. Good.
Yeah, don't want to see him heat up.
58-45 Cougars with 8:18 to play.
And a big turnaround. They're really a 6-point swing. We had 3 good looks at threes and missed them all.
Vic Ellis left wing, Arvin Kamaj head of the key, John Lambert, DJ, John at the head of the key. John picks it up, Arvin up top for three. Good, Arvin Kamaj, the senior out of Detroit, is putting the pedal down.
15 for him now, and you just knew that one was going in.
Jumper by Bolton is up and no good, and the rebound CSU with a 61-45 lead.
That clock starting to be a factor, down to 7.5 to go.
Into the front court, DJ is fouled by Barnes. And that'll get us to a media timeout. 7:34 to play. Cougars up 61-45, flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
I'm here with Jake Ackerman, General Manager of Budget Car and Truck.
Choosing the right college can be a challenge. Does it offer degrees suited to your career goals? Are emerging fields of study more your interest, like cybersecurity, gaming, or environmental science? What about extracurricular activities, such as campus life, study abroad, or honors? Are scholarships and financial assistance available? Columbus State University has always been one of the most affordable colleges in Georgia. Now it's also one of the fastest growing. When you ask the right questions, you'll find out why CSU should be your first choice.
This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540 WDAJ.
Over in Augusta, Augusta has a 56-42 lead on Montevallo, and North Georgia at Pembroke has a 60-41 lead on Pembroke. Is that right, Dave? No, I'm sorry. That's Clayton State. I couldn't tell who that was. Who is that? That's Clayton State and Pembroke. All right.
Lander, right?
Lander, yeah. My bad, I'm sorry. All right, Vic Ellis at the head of the key. Arvin Kamaj threw a pass that bounced off the shoulder of Barnes. It's loose on the floor, and John Lambert is down there to grab it. And a held ball is called.
And we're going to retain possession here. And Arvin, boy, that was about a couple feet away from being a layup for CSU, and Aiken just got a hand in there.
So Marcus will get it and get it in. Head of the key, Arvin Kamaj for three. Air ball this time into the hands of the Pacers. And a turnover back the other way. We get it to Vic Ellis for three. Short this time, but Marcus gets a rebound.
Man, you got to make that one, Vic. He was wide open. Let's go.
6:50 to play, 61-45. There's John Lambert for three. Good from the right wing.
Yeah, that's a big shot, stretching the lead out to 19.
64-45. Barnes for three. Missed it. DJ fighting for a rebound. Grimes got it, but threw it right into Vic Ellis.
And not much has gone right for Aiken today. And another play right there where came up with a rebound and threw it to the wrong team.
And Bolton knocked the ball out of the hands of Lambert and out of bounds.
A couple more threes, Scott, and we can start to breathe over here. Get a little comfortable. Stretch this lead out a little more.
21 seconds on the shot clock. 6:18 in the game, and the Cougars up 64-45. And we get the ball in. Arvin into the front court. Arvin was grabbed, no foul. DJ up top. DJ is fouled on the drive.
And getting closer to the bonus, not there yet, just the 5th team foul on Aiken.
And Vic gets it into Arvin. Head of the key, kicks it out to John Lambert. DJ to John, and John is fouled right in front of our bench.
That's a poor play by Bolton for Aiken there. That'll reset the shot clock.
And both sides are in the bonus now. Up top is John Lambert. Gets it around to DJ, to Vic. We're running clock now. 16 on the shot clock. John, 13 on the shot clock. Lambert up top to Arvin Kamaj. Arvin hands it to Lambert. John drives off the glass. Good. And he's fouled. Count the bucket. John Lambert with the drive and the finish.
Well, five straight points for John Lambert, and that time it was just two-man basketball between Arvin and John Lambert. John Lambert got the pass, got it all the way to the basket, took the contact, and finished the play. Nice, John Lambert.
That was the 4th foul on Bolton. And John will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. They got back to within 7. And we all thought, uh-oh, but the Cougars have responded. Free throw is no good. Rebound, Aiken. Nobles gives it to Barnes. Bolton and a foul on the drive on John. And so that will send them to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Vic Ellis gets a big hand as he comes out of the game. Marcus Dixon coming out.
Yeah, Vic Ellis has done his job today, Scott. That's what he does, is make threes, and he's made 4 of them this afternoon.
All right, it's 66-45 Cougars, 5:21 to play, and the free throw is no good. They get another tapped-out rebound, though, and driving the paint. Arvin Kamaj blocked the shot. They get it back, and a foul on Ryan Burnett as Bolton, it was Nobles who got the shot up.
And that's really the only thing that CSU has not done well here today is rebound the ball. Aiken has had numerous second chances.
And Nobles' free throw is good. 66-46. And the second free throw is good. 66-47. And Lambert gets it into the front court to DJ. DJ kicks it over on the wing up top to Jacory. To John. Arvin Kamaj, low post left side, and an offensive foul going to be called on Arvin.
Yeah, I think the only thing Arvin did wrong that time is lower his shoulder, and when the referee sees that, he's going to call an offensive foul.
And so the Pacers will head the other way, 4:57 to play. Coach Moore not happy at all with that call.
Yeah, I didn't really like it either, but Arvin did lower the shoulder as he went to the ground.
Bolton behind the arc on the right side. Reverses it down in the corner, an open three, and Barnes drains it.
And Barnes up to 12 points now. It's just taking him too long to get going.
66-50 CSU, 4:39 to play. John Lambert into the front court. Jacory right in front of us. Gets it to John. Arvin, high post, gets it down on the baseline to DJ, and he throws it back up to John Lambert. 10 on the shot clock, turnover. Nobles Barnes, open three, missed this one, but they get a putback and miss a wide open putback. Grimes did. Rebound CSU.
That's unbelievable. Just point blank, and he missed the layup. Incredible.
If that doesn't sum up Aiken's day, I don't know what does. Here's DJ driving into the paint. They got to get a charge on him. So they're sloppy on both sides here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Aiken with a half-court trap, trying to make the game sloppy, and they're doing a good job of it. And let's not forget, Scott, the Young Harris game. When we slowed it down that day, we had a 13-point lead with right around 2 minutes to go. So this thing not over yet.
Still 4:05 left. Vic Ellis has checked back into the ballgame. Marcus Boyd also checks in. Bolton gets it to Nobles. There's Barnes, and they drop a pass out of bounds. And get us to a media timeout off of the turnover with 3:57 to play. Cougars up 66-50. This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.
The Cougar Club is an annual gift.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540 WDAJ.
All right, 66-50. Cougars on top, 3:57 to play.
Arbin Kamaj showing the world how basketball is supposed to be played. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks, 3 assists. That is quite a game.
This will be Arbin's final game on Herbert Green Court, and he's making it count, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He has been fantastic today.
Augusta has a 6-point lead on Montevallo with 12 minutes to go. That's the bracket that the Cougars are in. There's a whistle and a foul on Bolton.
And we'll take that, putting our best free throw shooter on the line.
And 5 fouls on Henry Bolton III.
And Bolton did his best to keep Aiken in this thing. He's going to foul out with 14 points. And out of all the Aiken players, he's the one that showed up today.
Jacory goes to the line. Free throw is good. 67-50. Aiken is 8 of 33 from behind the three-point arc.
Well, this game has certainly not played out the way I would have thought, and that's a good thing.
Second one is good, 68-50. Nobles driving into the paint, off the glass, good, and he's fouled. The basket counts.
A good individual play by Nobles getting to the rim. It's really shocking. Aiken, I mean, it's just crazy. They put up 106 at Aiken and 52 with 3:38 to go.
Nobles goes to the line, and the free throw is good. 68-53. Here is Marcus Boyd to Ryan Burnett underneath, off the glass, good.
I love that play. You still need to be aggressive. Ryan Burnett doing a great job finishing that play.
Ball knocked away, but they got it back, 70-53 CSU. They throw it down in the corner for 3, good from Ballinger. 70-56, they knock the ball out of bounds on the inbounds attempt.
It's going to take a few more of those for Aiken to get back in this thing.
Arvin on the baseline, looking to get it in, and he does to Vic Ellis. Vic's going to run it into the front court, and he is fouled from behind, and he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 now.
Well, Vic's had himself a great day as well. He's only shot 3 free throws this year coming in. He's 2 of 3.
All right, so Vic with 4 3-point field goals this afternoon. And the free throw is good. 71-56. And that one's good. 72-56. Cougars 3:07 to play. Barnes gets it to Grimes in the paint. Spins, shoots, and scores. Tough shot. Timeout Aiken. 72-58. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll hold it right here.
Well, you called it, Scott. That was an incredibly tough shot by Grimes. He got that ball up over Arbin's outstretched arms. Arbin was looking for his 6th block shot of the game. Didn't get it, but a good shot by Grimes. And this last 2:57 could take a while. Aiken going to try to stretch this thing out.
Could turn into a NBA-length final 2:57.
You say this all the time, and I agree with it. Listen, take care of the ball, make your free throws, and you win the game.
That is the game plan.
It doesn't always go according to plan, but
things are tightening up over in Augusta. Augusta 69-64 over Montevallo, 10:44 to play. 69-65 now. Whistle and a foul in the backcourt on the Pacers.
Yeah, going to put Vic back on the line in that Augusta-Montevallo game. Montevallo's playing for their season. Augusta will be in the NCAA tournament.
Again, that's the bracket that we're in, the semifinals. And Vic goes back to the line. We pull everybody off of the lane, and the free throw is good.
And really for CSU's purposes, Scott, we really would rather see Augusta win. We want to see the high seeds hold serve. That would benefit CSU.
For as far as the NCAA resume goes. Second one is good, 74-58. Nobles had the ball stripped away. Vic Ellis comes away with it. Vic to Ryan Burnett into the front court. Ryan drives, tosses it to Ja'Cory Payne. 2:38 to go, 74-58 CSU. Trying to make it to the semifinals of the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. And a whistle. And a foul on Aiken. By the way, the Cougars have won 6 Peach Belt Conference tournaments, all won by Coach Herbert Green. That's still 2 more than any other team in the league has won, and it has been a long, long time since Herbert coached. That really tells you something right there, doesn't it?
Well, it does. What a great tournament coach he was. And one time, I mean, it was the Herbert Green Invitational, period.
First free throw by Arvin's missed. And the second one is good, 75-58. Into the front court, head of the key, 2:24 to go. Nobles drives, and Arbin bothered that and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Arbin's been really, really good protecting the rim today. Mentioned he has 5 block shots.
Cougars with just 2 seniors, Arbin and technically 1 senior and a graduate student. Ryan's a graduate student. There's a 3 from Barnes in the corner again, 75-61 with 2:14 to go, and they foul Ja'Cory in the backcourt.
We'll take that. Send Ja'Cory back to the line.
Pacers making some 3-pointers down the stretch here, and their fans are wondering where that was when the game was in doubt.
Hey, I'm not sure that they've had a game where they've shot this bad all year. I mean, it has really, really been ugly. And when a team averages 83 points a game, I mean, you just don't have many off nights. And luckily for CSU today, they have been awful shooting the ball.
Ja'Cory's free throw is good, 76-61.
I'll tell you what, Scott, kudos to CSU. I mean, they have come out and just took charge of the game from the get-go. And Robert had them ready to play today.
The second free throw, no good. Rebound, Aiken. This was a matchup that we were all concerned about. Barnes for three, no good this time. And the rebound knocked out of bounds by CSU. .205 left in this one. Lady Cougars won in a tighter game than expected, but they won in the first game of the day. There's a foul on Aiken.
Yeah, Grimes just basically tripped Vic Ellis there and turns it back over.
Arvin, the trigger man, getting it into Vic in the backcourt. Back to Arvin, and they foul him, and they'll send the big guy to the line to shoot a couple, the double bonus with 2:01 to go.
And Arvin, a decent free throw shooter, but I thought Vic should have held on to that basketball there.
Arvin goes back to the line. In the years that the women's team is hosting the Final Four, as was the case here last year, the women play last on Saturday and Sunday, and free throw is good by Arvin, so I don't expect that to differ this weekend, next weekend at Greenwood.
Well, we'll be busy, which is a good thing.
Yeah, well, we're going to be having 2 games to do on Saturday, and hopefully 2 on Sunday. 78-61 as Arvin made that. Free throw line, Barnes jumper inside the free throw line, no good. Another rebound for Arvin, and they foul him with 1:51 to go.
Well, Arvin was not ready for his career to be over, and he played like it today. I mean, he scored, he's rebounded the ball, he's blocked shots, he's just been outstanding.
And he'll go back to the line to shoot a couple, and the first one no good.
Would you say, Scott, he's the best player to play at CSU from Detroit, Michigan ever?
I would say so, yes. Yes. He locks that down, hands down. Second free throw is good. 79-61. He's a good guy, too, and as are all the guys on this team. That's what makes them fun to be around. Ballinger for three, no good. Another rebound for the big guy from Detroit, and he's fouled, and that one hurt him a little bit.
So piling up the rebounds and getting a chance to go to the line again.
As he's walking like I usually walk on a good day for me.
When you wake up in the morning to get a cup of coffee, right? Yeah. Well, you and I, we talked a little bit off the air about this team, and this team's really been amazing, Scott. I mean, this will be their 19th win of the year, and, you know, I mentioned it to you, and you agreed, since you'd already had the conversation, this might be Coach Moore's best coaching job since he's been here.
I am in total agreement with that. He and the staff, Persian Williams and Chris Reedy, they've done a great job. And the next one is no good. 80-61, 1:37 to go. Barnes gets it to Milinkovic. Baseline jumper blocked by Marcus Boyd into the hands of Vic Ellis. They take it away from him. Drive into the paint. He's in there a long time. Puts it up, no good. Rebound knocked around. Picked up by Barnes for three, no. And a rebound, Ja'Cory Payne. And look out, we've got a struggle going on between Ryan Burnett and Nobles. Well, we don't need any of that here with 1:15 to go.
Well, Nobles showing some frustration, and really Ryan Burnett has to back off there, and they're still yapping at each other. They need to get Ryan off the court.
And I didn't see what started that. The three officials are going to talk it over. They here in Division II, they can't go to the monitor and look at it, so they got to see if somebody saw something.
Now, I didn't see it either, Scott, but I can tell you right now that it had to be Nobles that started that little scrum there, because they're obviously frustrated. They hadn't shot the ball well. Their season is about to end, and Nobles taking out some frustration.
Aiken ranked 9th in the region behind 8th ranked CSU.
And so they're done when they will be putting the uniforms away after this one.
So they're just going to call it a wash and not call anything.
Which is probably the right thing to do there. You can call a tech here on so-and-so and a tech on somebody else. And Robert getting Ryan Burnett out of the game, which is a good thing.
And he's going to get everybody, or a lot of people out at least. Jordan Jedneski comes into the game, and Tarek Scott comes into the game. Here comes Arvin Kamaj out of the game, and listen to the hand for the senior from Detroit, Michigan. What a game he played here today. Ja'Cory Payne comes out of the game as well. The Cougars will survive and advance to the semifinals. 1:07 left in this one. Marcus for 3. Marcus Boyd misses it, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot.
Yeah, oftentimes you see a guy in the corner catch the ball and get it back out, and not that time. Rocco said this one's going up, baby.
Rocco to the line, looking for his first point here in the Peach Belt Conference tournament. It's up and good. 81-61, so obviously our good luck charm, my brother David, continues. He's tough on these Peach Belt games here at the Lumpkin Center, isn't he?
What's he doing next weekend? Not going to Greenwood.
82-61, and Rocco goes for the hat trick here on the third one, and it is good. That boy. 83-61 with a minute to go. Barnes into the front court, and a foul on Michael Brown. Just step out of the way, guys, and let him lay it up and in.
Yeah, that's a freshman for you. Hopefully he'll learn. But you're right, Scott, in that situation, just let the guy lay it in.
59.3. Let's see, well, we got 85-73 Augusta. They've opened it up with 5:25 to play.
So Augusta, CSU next Saturday afternoon.
The free throw is good, 83-63, barring a Montevallo comeback over there. With 51 seconds. Vic Ellis, 18 on the shot clock, and Aiken has stopped fouling intentionally, but not unintentionally is a foul called.
Well, this will give Vic a chance to pick up 2 more points. How about Vic today? 16 points.
All right, that's the men's final. Pembroke beats North Georgia, 87-83. Okay.
A little surprised that game was that close. North Georgia really been struggling.
And the second one is no good, 84-63 CSU. Head of the key, Barnes for 3, no good. Rebound, Rocco to Vic Ellis. And Vic into the front court.
And little did we know, Scott, all of those misses early by Aiken that were going in and out, that was kind of a harbinger of the whole day. I mean, they just couldn't get going. CSU jumped out 10-0, and it's never looked back.
Cougar fans standing and cheering. They'll be leaving happy. 4 seconds on the shot clock, 6 seconds in the game. And the handshakes have already started, but there's 3 seconds that we've got to play the game out here.
Yeah, I'm not sure the coach for Aiken knew the shot clock. There's a little bit of a differential there, but good for him and for going and shaking Robert's hand.
And Aiken will get the ball in. They'll take one final shot and make it at the buzzer, and that probably also sums up their day. The Cougars have won it 84-66 and advance to the semifinals 1 week from today.
Well, an all-around good day for CSU, and this is one that the men absolutely had to have at 8th in the region. It was basically a play-out game, not necessarily a play-in game, but if you lose, you're going home and your season's over, and that's the case for Aiken. Not so for CSU. Saturday, and we get to go and watch both the men and the women at Final Four Saturday in Greenwood, South Carolina. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Always a lot of fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Both teams will be there, and now the men have given themselves a chance to keep playing.
You know, Scott, I think if chalk holds, if the teams that are supposed to win, I really do think we're in. Now, if some weird things starts happening, we may need to win one or even two more possibly. But a great Saturday afternoon of basketball, and how about Arvin Kamaj? He was just unbelievable today.
His final game on Herbert Green Court will be one to remember for him and for the rest of us there.
Well, it really was. It was Alexis Carter in game one putting on a show, Arvin Kamaj in game two putting on a show, and let's go to Greenwood and have some fun.
All right, Mike, thanks. That's Mike Sanda, former Cougar great, and we'll be back to talk with Coach Robert Moore on the postgame show. This is the flagship station of the CSU Sports Network, News Radio 540.